Bazing what? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things you didn't know about the Big Bang Theory.
Why are you crying?
Because I'm stupid!
Well, that's no reason to cry.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're taking a look at interesting trivia regarding this long-running comedy series. Number 10, it originally had a different title.
Well, this is an interesting development.
It's no secret that the Big Bang Theory is named after the cosmological model for our universe. Before settling on this title, however, the show was initially going to be called Lenny, Penny, and Kenny. While Penny ultimately stuck around, Lenny evolved into Leonard, and Kenny went on to become Sheldon.
Oh, hi.
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 Hi?
These changes were probably for the best, especially since the original title doesn't really tie into the show's science theme or nerdy sense of humor. Actually, Lenny, Penny, and Kenny sounds like a generic sitcom that's trying to be the next Three's Company. And we all know how frustrating Sheldon can get when he comes and knocks on your door.
Penny? Penny? Penny?
Number 9, we still don't know Penny's last name.
Oh my god, I do look like that.
You stop it!
As of 2017, audiences have known Penny for 10 years, but over 200 episodes later, and they still do not know her full name. After tying the knot with Leonard at the beginning of season 9, Penny adopted the surname Hofstadter.
We did it!
I'm so glad you guys could watch.
Yet her maiden name has never been spoken throughout the show's lengthy run.
Oh god, I think I see where this is going.
Co-creator Bill Prady has said that Penny's surname will come out of the bag at some point. Executive producer Steve Malaro, on the other hand, insists that her last name will forever be a giant question mark. In other words, Sheldon could prove the string theory before we hear Penny's full name.
I did a bad thing.
Does it affect me?
No.
Then suffer in silence.
Number 8, Mayim Bialik has a PhD.
But besides getting you a part on The Big Bang Theory, I was also made the spokesperson of Texas Instruments Calculators.
At the end of season 3, actress Mayim Bialik entered the equation as Amy Farrah Fowler. Given the instant chemistry with Sheldon, it wasn't long until Bialik became a series regular.
You guys took me in and made me feel loved.
Long before that, though, Bialik herself was actually referenced in a season 1 episode. Listing off potential candidates for a physics bowl, Rauch suggests the girl from TV's Blossom, noting that she has a PhD in neuroscience.
You know who's apparently very smart is the girl who played TV's Blossom.
This, of course, is Mayim Bialik, who broke out into stardom playing Blossom Ruby Russo, and later went on to become a neuroscientist. Interestingly enough, the girl from the Wonder Years would also eventually pop up in the series.
How do you do? Rajesh Ramayan Kutrapalli. Call me Raj.
Hey Raj, where are you from?
The mysterious subcontinent of India.
Ooh, India.
You know India?
I saw Slumdog Millionaire.
Well, I'm a slumdog astrophysicist.
Number 7, Melissa Rauch based Bernadette's voice on a family member.
Howard was so angry I had to mash up Benadryl in his ice cream to get him to fall asleep.
When actress Melissa Rauch made her debut on the show back in season 3, she noticeably didn't have the cute, high-pitched voice Bernadette Rostenkowski has become iconic for. Rauch would evolve and perfect Bernadette's voice over time, deriving inspiration from a family member.
Howard, don't talk like that on your wedding day.
Sorry, Ma. Bernadette. You're my Bernadette.
At a Paley Fest panel, Rauch mentioned that Bernadette's voice is tonally very similar to her mother's, but, quote, without the jersey. Perhaps this is fitting, seeing as how Bernadette and Howard really started to hit it off after swapping stories about their overbearing mothers.
I know how you feel. My mother makes me crazy.
Number 6, the show has a science advisor to consult on scripts.
My equations! Someone's tampered with my equations!
Are you sure?
Seeing as how the cast of characters includes 2 physicists, an engineer, an astrophysicist, a neuroscientist, and a microbiologist, the writers need to take extra precautions to make sure this show is scientifically accurate. Enter David Saltzberg.
That is renormalization going on.
A physics and astronomy professor at the University of California, Saltzberg has been a science consultant for the Big Bang Theory from the very beginning.
If we're going to write about geniuses, we better damn well have one around.
His duties involve checking each script, pointing out any errors, and adding scientific information.
I'm actually a particle physicist by training, but lately I've been lured a little more into astrophysics and astronomy.
And those complicated equations you see on the whiteboards? he's responsible for overseeing those as well. Sheldon Cooper may have an IQ of 187, but Salzberg is the real genius. Number 5. An executive producer's coworker inspired Rauch's selective mutism.
Are you talking to me?
Is there another Benny here?
While Rauch has never exactly been smooth with the ladies, at least he can maintain a conversation with them now. Rauch struggled with selective mutism for the first 6 seasons, generally requiring alcohol to speak in the presence of women he's not related to. The idea for this character trait stemmed from the show's co-creator and executive producer Bill Prady.
Hey, at least I can talk to women without being drunk.
Excuse me, I have selective mutism, a recognized medical disorder. You're just a douche.
Prior to the show, he worked for the small computer company as a programmer and had a colleague who, like Rauch, could not talk to women without being inebriated. As for actor Kunal Nair, he obviously has no problem talking to the opposite sex. He's married to former Ms. India, Neha Kapoor. Number 4. Penny wasn't in the original pilot.
Okay, you guys can buy me dinner, but that's the end of it.
The end of what?
It's hard to believe, but Penny was nowhere to be found in the original pilot. Instead, Leonard and Sheldon cross paths with a hard-boiled woman named Katie, played by Amanda Walsh. After breaking up with her boyfriend, Katie moves in with the dorky duo.
Can't get over the fact that her new husband, H, has gone into K a number of times.
Test audiences didn't respond well to Katie, however, and the network found the pilot underwhelming on the whole. Still, the creators knew they had struck gold with actors Johnny Galecki and Jim Parsons, so they went back and retooled several aspects, most notably switching out Katie with Penny. The new pilot was subsequently picked up, and the rest is history.
Guess I'm your new neighbor, Penny.
Number 3. Jim Parsons has never seen Star Trek.
Captain, I'm getting an unusual reading.
Sheldon Cooper is about as hardcore as Trekkers get. He's dressed up as Star Trek characters on numerous occasions, and practically had a meltdown after attaining some of Leonard Nimoy's DNA. Plus, he knows next-gen actors LeVar Burton and Will Wheaton personally.
You betrayed me, Will Wheaton. Now, I have my revenge.
But ironically, actor Jim Parsons claims to have never even seen an episode of Star Trek. Rather than growing up with the voyages of the Starship Enterprise, Parsons has always been more of a sports guy. When the cameras are rolling, though, Parsons still manages to speak fluent Klingon, demonstrating his incredible versatility as an actor.
Penny?
Number 2. The show got sued for Soft Kitty.
Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur.
One of the show's most famous running gags, Soft Kitty is a song that's known to soothe Sheldon when he's feeling sick or depressed. The song originated from a Polish lullaby, as was a song called Warm Kitty, written by Edith Newlin.
Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur.
In 2015, Newlin's daughters brought a copyright lawsuit against the companies attached to the show, claiming that Willis Music had published the rhyme in a 1937 songbook. In 2017, the lawsuit was dismissed on the grounds that Newlin's heirs had failed to prove that they owned a valid copyright on their mother's work. That must have made Chuck Lorre a happy kitty.
Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
What are you doing?
Trying to use a Jedi mind trick to control Stephen Hawking.
All in the math.
What's your formula for the corner?
What?
Number 1. Bazinga was inspired by real-life practical jokes.
Bazinga.
Bazinga has become such a popular term that it even inspired the name of a Brazilian bee species known as Euglossa bazinga. As for where Sheldon's catchphrase comes from, we have writer Stephen Engel to thank for that.
Bazinga.
Engel would say bazinga whenever he played a prank on another writer, like when he gave Bill Prady a scooped-out grapefruit and yelled the immortal punchline when Prady tried to eat it. Bazinga later popped up during the show's Season 2 finale, although it wasn't originally scripted, and was instead inserted at the last minute during filming. Although it took 2 seasons to arrive, Bazinga is now practically synonymous with The Big Bang Theory.
And I wish you nothing but happiness. Bazinga, I don't.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.